Welcome to another episode of Inside the Huddle on the Sachem Report. I'm Chris Vaccaro, joined by Dave Falco in the friendly confines of the weight room here at Sachem North, where we've done the show before, but it has a new look and feel to it.
Yeah, we're very excited about the equipment that we were able to purchase through the Pep Grant. We were able to get new stuff for the East weight room and the North weight room. There's probably over 200, 250 kids that participate in our weight program in season, out of season. It's going all day through classes and stuff, so it's a great room for us. A lot of usage, and the equipment really came in handy.
Yeah, it looks great. The Pep Grant, we've filmed in multiple places that has affected the Pep Grant in multiple schools, and I mean, it's really about physical education, and it's a $1.5 million grant that we were granted through the wonderful work of our writers at district office, and it's really paying dividends for us.
It's been a great thing for us, and as you can see by the weight room with this equipment, we're able to get more kids in here to do more work in less time, get more kids in and out of the room, so it's been great for us.
All right, let's talk football. Let's talk about victory over Longwood. Nothing comes easy, as we've come to see over the last few years, and of course, Trent Crossing gets hurt. Anthony Service has the game of his life. So talk about this game over against Longwood.
First of all, with Trent going down, he has an ankle sprain. He's day to day. He seems to be walking around pretty good today. So it'll definitely be a game time decision. But you got to really talk about Anthony Service and how he came in and had a great game. Something that we thought he definitely could do. He brings a lot of different things to the table than Trent does. But we're excited to see Anthony play, and he definitely was in the mix as a receiver for us. He's a senior, so he has a lot of experience. Being in our program and knowing our system, so we were fairly confident that he could go in and do the job.
So Trent gets hurt first quarter. After he already scores a touchdown, has a few carries. I look at him. Everybody says, "Oh, that gasp, that nervous feeling." But I looked at you, and then after the game, I asked you, "What were you thinking?" And you're in the position to not react, but to continue what you're doing as a coach. And I noticed that. You were just focused on, all right, next play, get Anthony in there and let's try and play.
I think my job is to show the face that my team needs to see, and at that point, the face that my team needed to see that we were committed to having success at that moment. And yes, we're upset that he's hurt, but who's next? Next man up. We talk about that all the time. My job is to make sure that Anthony Service sees that I'm calm and collected, as well as the other coaches, and I think that's what we showed, and that's what the kids did. And
Trent's okay. He came back after the game on crutches, smiling, with an ankle sprain.
Absolutely.
And Anthony, of course, threw for over 100 yards,
yep. And
everyone was happy for him. And this is a 3-year varsity player who hasn't shined as a quarterback. Meanwhile, runs for his first career touchdown, throws his first career touchdown, and just really took the team on his shoulders when it mattered most.
We're very proud of Anthony. We definitely knew it was something that he had in him. There were things that we were working on with him in the off-season regarding leadership and determination and confidence, and I think that he acquired those skills in the off-season and through the preseason, and he was ready to go when his number was called.
Some deficiencies that you picked up in the last game and maybe through the first couple of the season, what are you looking at here?
We're extremely unhappy about our kickoff return. We cannot give kickoff returns for touchdowns. That's one the last 2 weeks, so 2. I'm not overly thrilled with some of the tackling techniques that we have, so we're working on those things. And still we're having some confusion in the secondary regarding what coverage we're in. All of our coverages are sound, but everybody has to be in the same thing. And you saw one touchdown that happened late in the game on a pass, or 2 actually that were long completions, where it's not that we're not able to cover the people, but someone thinks somebody else has that area. So we need to have a better communication as we move forward. And sometimes guys are in and out of the game. We're playing a lot of guys. Everybody needs to be on the same page regarding communication in the secondary. So those are the things we're working on.
Well, we'll see how the work works out in terms of Friday night's game against Northport. I don't want to say it's an easy game. No game is easy, and especially they have such a good coaching staff. And you look at their box scores, and they're down a little bit this year. But it's like, all right, Northport, and you never know what to expect with them.
Yeah, we're not taking Northport lightly. I think we did that last year, and it came back to hurt us. I think they're a well-coached team with a wing T offense that's difficult to stop. They're solid on defense. They play a 3-5. They can play multiple fronts, and there's a lot of people at the second level but close to the line. So we have our work cut out for us. We have not treated this week as, hey, we're 3-0 and we're cruising along. The atmosphere has been amped up. The pressure has been put on our kids. I put pressure on our coaches to make sure that kids are in the right spot in communication. We spent a lot of time on special teams. So we are not treating this as hey, we're 3-0 and they're not, and they're down this year. I don't think they're down at all. So I'm looking forward to a close game when into the fourth quarter with a battle. Our kids are going to need to be ready.
I know also you're looking forward to the festivities on Friday night, which is it's the 30th anniversary of the 1983 Suffolk County Championship team which you were a senior on, which shows your age, and can you believe it's 30 years since you guys won that?
No, I cannot believe it's 30 years. It feels like yesterday. I'm very close with a bunch of guys still on that team, and obviously with Coach and Steve Tuttle and Coach Patillo and Coach Luisi, Coach Hackett. 30 years, it's kind of scary. It's kind of scary. Unbelievable team, great character, a lot of injuries, but we were able to overcome them with juniors and sophomores being ready to play. Our #1 tailback, Jimmy Fox, got hurt. Junior Michael Body steps in. Senior quarterback, Charlie Dixon, gets hurt. Junior quarterback, Mike Johnson, steps in. Mike McMahon had a herniated trachea, which I've never had seen before or since, and actually wound up coming back and playing with that injury. So we had a lot of guys banged up. Kelly Smith was always hurt. He had some bad knees, and he played always banged up. Tough kids, so I'm excited to see those guys. Well-deserved. Arguably one of the greatest teams that's ever played here.
Defining moment for that year, or 2 or 3 moments that maybe stand out to you? I know there was so many little things that happened that year.
Yeah, I think the one moment is with 6 seconds to go against East Islip in the championship game. Michael Johnson rolled out, scrambled back and forth, threw a pass in the back of the end zone to Michael Body. There was some controversy whether or not he was over the line or not. Coach Champy at East Islip obviously thought he was, and we thought he wasn't. After a 10 or 15-minute delay, they gave us a touchdown and the win. So I think that's a moment that stands out, but I think there were many moments throughout the season where kids had to step up and be ready to play because of injuries, and I always relate that to our current teams now. It's always next man in. Okay, we don't like that Trent's hurt, we don't like that this guy has a ding or this guy has a bang, but who's ready to play? We're going to need everybody before it's over. I think that team showed that.
All right, well, we're going to celebrate the 1983 team Friday night. The game is at 7 o'clock at Fred Vaccaro Alumni Stadium against Northport. And we'll have coverage about the 83 team and all its glory on SachemReport.com. It's, of course, one of the 6 Suffolk County championship teams we've had here at Sachem. For Coach Dave Falco, I'm Chris Vaccaro. Thanks, as always, for joining us inside the huddle. And remember, Sachem, stay classy.